So, hashtag free game. We in here. We on that ass. What's the topic?
We are all right. Today's topic is fuck boys, fuck girls, and narcissists.
Oh, damn. So what's the difference between the two? So you got fuck boys and fuck girls and a narcissist. Like, I would have thought that was all the same.
Well, fuck boys and fuck girls are the same, but you know, with the gender, the only difference is a fuck girl more than likely ain't gonna play you, not just gonna play you, just play games with you, but she also gonna probably use you for your money. So that's the only difference. And also, narcissist and a fuckboy, they're kind of like related. It's just that narcissist is just worse.
So that's like the cousin.
Yeah, the cousin basically.
I don't want any of them in my life. I'm just gonna put it like that. Let's just throw it out there 100%. I don't want any of them in my life. I don't want no fuck girl taking my money. No narcissist. Definitely no narcissist.
I mean, the unfortunate that we cross paths these type of people, we don't know until we get to know these people.
Why don't they cross paths with my fist? How about that?
They can cross paths with my car once I hit them.
Hopefully not the new one. Hopefully not the new one. So let's break this down. The narcissist one, I'm probably gonna have to take that because that's got a lot of moving parts to it on what that person is, how that person moves. Like, how do we run into these fuck boys and these fuck girls? How do we meet them at the crossroads? It's not my fist or my car.
I would beforehand, you might just cross paths with them at a club, of course. You might just find them at any old place, like the gas station, at a grocery store. You never know where you're gonna find them. Hell, you might even find them at church. There is a deacon fuckboy too. They ain't safe.
And you know, in all these spiritual readings, they've been pulling the devil cards. So I'm just trying to tell you, man, there might be more devils at church than we think.
Yeah, El Diablo.
Esta muerte. Esta muerte.
Yeah, so it's just like, and it's funny because, you know, for some reason nowadays, I can definitely get a vibe off a person if they're going to waste their time, especially when it comes to fuckboys. Just how they move, how they talk, how they walk. It's just like, you got to pick up on context. It ain't just about, you know, how they represent you, because they can tell you pipe dreams and they ain't really ain't shit, to be honest.
I know one thing, you better hit that X button so we can get this popping.
Okay, so I just joined session?
Yeah, you should have been in here.
I'm already in here, but... Alright.
You see I got the green light. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I ain't trying to lose. I lost in a little practice match we had earlier. I'm gonna go from the right side this time.
Hey, listen, that was like weird. I didn't realize it didn't hit me until you text me saying, where's the mic? I'm like, listen, I was like, that's the one thing I forgot. Like, crap.
That was me. That was me.
But back to the subject at hand. Have you ever come across a narcissist in your life?
I mean, I definitely have. I can't really speak too much on it because I want to have some respect for the person, but I got a lot of information that I can give on, you know, what it is, what it looked like, and what you don't want it to be.
I mean, not like her ass just lurk you on this damn app we doing, shoot.
I mean, we hope not.
Yeah, let's not get our hopes up.
we hope not, man. We don't want to underestimate the you know, the abilities of these people, but it's like, you know, it's crazy because it's like me and you, we both Geminis, and I think for people that really into the zodiac, they get the Geminis the most shit just because we're the twins. Our card is the lovers.
Disrespected. Listen, they always disrespecting us, man. I have to let people know, like, please, put some respect on our name.
Please do.
Y'all be rude.
Put some respect on my zodiac.
I don't know what Gemini you had dated that had caused you so much grief and pain. But please leave us fellow Geminis out of this.
Yes.
We didn't date you. We did not date you.
The reason we
No.
twins is because we got one person that's good side, we got one person that's the bad side, we got two brains, so we see duality, we see both sides of a situation, and
Yeah, pro con.
we get called two-faced, like we wearing a mask, like we don't know who you are, but then it's like you run into the narcissist and it'd be like, yo, real talk, the people that you talking about, that's the narcissist. These are the people that got two different faces and they hide behind an image that's not real, right? And then they pull out another whole different persona that came out of left field. So they may holler at you, make you feel good in the beginning, tell you everything you want to hear. You thinking, you know, this person's kind of rap pretty good. But it's like these people, they will offload all their trauma. Like they've had really, really traumatic experiences, and they let you know them things like off the rip. Where most people, you know, they wait till you get to know them a little bit, and they're like, all right, cool, I'm gonna share, you know, this is why I move like this, is because of this. Nah, but like they find out if a person is really empathetic and, you know, likes to
You know they
help
ain't
people.
empathetic at all.
Yeah, exactly. And the crazy thing is, it's not that they lack empathy. They have empathy, right?
They they do. It's just that they don't feel like they need to use that only if it applies to them.
It's selective. It's selective empathy. And you're right. Like if it benefits me, it benefits me. So it's like these people, these types of people that you meet, they're very challenging because like the rules of engagement, they just don't apply. Like you can throw all emotions, logic out the window. It's not like the fuck boy and the fuck girl. Ooh, good Perry. Like them, like those are little kids that just, you know, you gotta put them in timeout for a little bit.
Fuck
Learn
a
this
time
lesson.
out. Put them away. Throw
Put them
them
away?
the whole person away. Fuck that.
Oh,
I'm
really?
not about to.
At least I could teach them how to be a better person.
I don't have time to teach them either. Like, first of all, that's your mama them job. First of all, that's something that your parents should be teaching you how to do. But I just feel like, in a sense, that's where maybe that's why they have like parenting issues. Like, let's see, mom and dad issues. Maybe it was why they act the way they act.
Hey, that's a thing. That's a big thing. When it comes down to like running into these people, like they had to become these people from their childhood and bring that to them, bring that with them actually as they became an adult. So it's like they as an adult, they haven't decided to cope with a lot of their childhood pains, traumas, whatever, and they just stay stuck in that state until they decide whether or not they want to change.
And I don't think narcissists cannot change. Unfortunate. And I think a lot of people ask that, like, if when they're dating a narcissist, it's like, hey, can they change? No, they cannot.
Nah, that's
behavior.
That's the thing that keep people in that relationship for so long, is because like you be holding on to hope. You be holding on to hope that this person is going to get it. Like the first time you held on to hope, then the second time is the same thing, and the third time, and in between those
if
those
you don't
chances,
see that, then something wrong with you.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, by the time the person is given all these chances, the mental damage from the person, from the narcissist, is already there. The programming has already been done, and for the person that's trying to get out, they just have to, one, they got to keep it real with themselves that this is not for them. They have to admit that, you know, there's something not right with themselves, that they're gonna have to do some healing, and then they got to create the escape plan, because this is not home. This is not a good spot for you to be in. It's not good for your mental health. It's not good for you moving forward. You got to, you know, pack them bags, cut your losses, and get up and out. You feel? So it's crazy. It's crazy because it starts with the person, the fuck boy, the fuck girl, or the narcissist, to have an epiphany of who they really are. So now it's like, man, do these people, like, when you in these relationships, like the last person that you was with, we ain't gonna say no names, you think they knew that they were like a fuck boy, like it was conscious?
I think consciously they did. They just feel like, oh, let me just go ahead and put this little nice guy image. I'll never do that to you. Oh, they did. And I don't even, not only he wasn't I don't care. Like that dude's dead to me. So I'm gonna go ahead, respectfully let her know, hey, this guy wasn't a narcissist, not even a fuckboy. But the dude that prior to that you knew about, he was a straight up fuckboy. And to make it bad, he was a Gemini too. So it's like you giving us a bad name.
No, we
But
don't claim him. We don't claim them.
We just own him. So
that's the 13th zodiac sign that they didn't tell nobody about.
But the one that I was with, like, long term was a Virgo, and I hated it. I ain't gonna lie, I fucking hated that relationship. It was the worst. And it's like, this guy was he was a quintessential textbook example of what a narcissist is. So it was just like, man, look. I was just like, I didn't see it at first until like sometime later on that he just was sucking the life out of me. And I just be wanting to not go over to see him at all. We find so many excuses, and I'm like, this dude, like, he is so negative. And it's like, he also had past traumas and just bad luck all around. He was just the epitome of that. And then he felt like the world revolved around him. And on top of that, you broke.
I ain't never seen the world revolve around a broke person, just to be honest. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
And it's like, you can't be a broke person and then you have like, he has this pipe dream of being a wannabe music producer. But on top of that, you have those great value beats. And if you don't know what beats is, it's basically hip hop, a rapper. What the heck?
That's that Spectrum internet for you.
Right. Here. But anyway, he just felt like the world revolved around him. Either I should have been this or should have been that. No, bro, you should just shut up, bro. You 30-something years old and this ain't working out for you. You might want to find a different profession.
I'm gonna get one of them kicks. I knew I was gonna get one of them kicks.
So I had the worst experience. And I was so glad I left them. And then on top of that, they're cheaters too. So they're the worst type of cheater.
Yeah, man. I mean, maybe we could take the stigma away from cheating, cause it's like a lot of people like the worst thing is you don't want to be an option, and it's like you get older and you like, man, I'm happy that they made me an option, because they just let me know the level of respect they have, not for me, just for a relationship with another person. So it's like, if that's the way they want to walk away, all right, cool, bet, man. What's up? Have fun with the other chick. Have fun with the other dude. I still got to do me.
Yeah, and then it's like, I just feel like they quick to be like, oh, I don't remember that. I don't remember this. Narcissists are notorious for that shit, bro. And they gaslight. I don't think he ever gaslight me, but he'd be like, oh, I don't recall saying that. Oh, yes, the fuck I do.
I gotta let y'all know.
You look like I'm a crazy person.
I gotta let y'all know, people out there that's about to watch this second episode of #pregame, this is some real stuff right here. If you got some time and you want to drop in the DM or whatnot, whether it be on Instagram, whether it be on Twitch, I can send you a bunch of resources, because like when it comes down to this narcissism stuff, there is like a list of terms that are just valid to the whole situation. And like, if you've ever been in this type of relationship, you'll start watching these videos and hearing these terms, and like you'll get flashbacks. It's like chills of times where, you know, your reality was denied, you were gas-lighted or lit, however you want to say it. I guess it's a past tense where we gonna call it gas-lit. Gas-lit. You got burnt. You know,
unfortunately,
like there's a list of terms like coercion. Cognitive dissonance is like a crazy one. Cognitive dissonance is basically a very complex way of saying these people confuse the living hell out you. But like the definition of cognitive dissonance, it goes farther than confusion. It's like, not only are you confused, mentally you still trying to figure stuff out, and your mind just cannot connect the dots. So you confused and you can't think straight.
It's basically you just doing some damn math problems that you don't even understand.
Yeah, it's like, you seen that meme where it got the lady, the white lady, where it got all the formulas for pretty much every bit of math that don't really help me manage my money at all, and she just sitting there in shock. That part.
Oh my god,
That
too
part.
much. But I would say like, so in your case, how did you know that you were dating a narcissist? When at one point did you figure this out? Like, you know what, this chick is a narcissist. I gotta be out. This is not healthy for me.
The thing is with it, like, I've been in a lot of different relationships, so I wasn't necessarily looking for like a lot of like you find stuff where it's like, damn, this don't feel right, but it took some time because the traits that would be narcissism, they did not occur until like I say like 6-8 months later into the relationship, where this was a battle over like 3 months of dealing with these traits and realizing that your energy is being drained. So you would say the relationship started in like June. By January of this year, which would be about what, almost like, let's see here, June, July, August, September, 6-7 months into the relationship, you're finding out this person's other side, where they're exhibiting these traits that are toxic, and they're switching into this person to protect what they have in a relationship. And there's nothing you can do about it, because whatever happened at the beginning and the person that they were in the beginning, they've changed. And because you're resistant to how they're changing, you're changing to protect yourself, and you're like a shell of the happy person you were at the beginning of the relationship.
Basically,
now it's
you're
like,
not yourself.
You're not yourself. You're a person that's on the defensive every day, and you're fighting for happiness and peace. And
but you just basically on edge every day.
You're on edge. Like you don't wake up thinking it's gonna be a good day. A good day is getting through the day without a crazy text message, or getting into an argument about something little, or being told that you're not paying enough attention to me. It's just a whole lot of validation. So it's like, it didn't happen right away. And then once it happened, I'm the type of person, probably more than others, to start looking up different things, and I stumbled on things like narcissism, borderline personality disorder. What else did I look up? Mental health issues, on both sides of the fence. And then seeing how important mental health just in general is for everybody, and really taking it to accord, you know what? I don't think that this environment, this relationship is the right one, not only for me, but being mature is not just saying it's not the right one for me, it's not the right one for her as well. She's not getting what she needs out of it, which is, someone who's strong enough, secure enough, and has enough influence to encourage her on a path of healing. And on my end, I have needs on my end that are focused on encouraging me to have personal growth. But for me, my relationship environment outside of me has to be that place where it's allowed. Right? And if you're not in that place where it's allowed, you feel like you're in a cage, especially us Geminis, as extroverted as we are, but introverted at the same time. It's like we give all our energy out, we pour that cup out to people, and then we want to take some time off to recharge that cup, right? We don't have no time to do that. And it's constantly happening where you don't have energy. You're never going to be yourself. You're always going to be losing. Always. So, it's a positive being out of that situation, kind of, sort of, I guess. A little bit wiser for, like, these are things that you want to look for. But with a narcissist, like, you're not going to see these things. You're not going to see, like, the stuff that I saw at the 7-8 month mark, like, up front. What you got to watch for is you gotta listen to how they move, and basically call a spade for a spade. And they're saying things like, I'm not a good person, man, I'm only gonna allow you to say that to me one time, because you probably been saying that for a lot, thinking that people hear that you're not a good person, they want, all right, I'm gonna fix you, I'm gonna make you a good person, I'm a good person, we can do that. You say you like to play victim, you quick to play victim, because we know that the narcissists, they play like they never heard nothing. They didn't say that. This is not true.
Like, they quit to not to mention they quit to like be like that self. They take this thing like self pity. You want someone to feel sorry for you. Like That's just not okay.
They want to eat that up, you know. They don't want to take responsibility for you know, what it is, what's real. So
Ooh,
like when
don't
you
get me.
knowing that, like you gotta watch for all this stuff at the beginning. Anybody, like we all got you know, childhood traumas and whatnot. It's how you dealing with it in your adult life. But I would say like the thing that makes the narcissist so dangerous is you have to understand that even once you figure all this stuff out, how important it is at the end of all of that to totally disconnect. And it's gonna be hard because the
Yeah,
narcissist is like a fire. And anytime they realize they have a little bit
you
of
playing with
control over
fire.
you, like they're undying fire. And their whole thing thrives on being able to be in control of another person. It's not even about the
Mm-hmm.
relationship, it's just being in control of another person. So I'm gonna
Yeah, I can
say
get her. She not gonna go nowhere. Oh, yes, the hell she is.
yes, they are. I'm gonna say like real talk. I would say narcissists are probably the biggest players, and I'm gonna say
Or
with my
worse.
situation that there probably is another person on the side or an ex that is not being accounted for because she's been given a story that she can run back to them and be like, well, you know, I was with so and so and they're not doing this, and that person, you know, they kind of want to weigh back in, so it's easy for dude to kind of, you know, slide in, shoot your game, and pick up the pieces. And it's easy for her to slide in because she got this story, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like one person's over here, one person's over here, and you just playing your options. And I'm just like, you know, for me moving forward, you know, it is what it is. I'm being really mature about it. You know, I get it. But there's always something better for you that aligns with you and gives you what you need as a person within the environment that is your relationship. And that's probably
Right.
the biggest thing probably to understand between like when you're dealing with these people, whether they're fuck boy, fuck girl, narcissists, is that you have to analyze and disqualify these people from your environment as quickly as you can because they got no
Yeah,
place.
right. And you gotta listen to the context and how they talk to you too.
They actions, how they move, what they
Mm-hmm.
doing, they got ambition, what's their values. I think that's been like a real big eye opener. It's like sit down and really find out what a person's values are and see if
Mm-hmm.
they really align with you. And like really, really like it may suck for most people and it's probably a reality for most people, but the honest truth is you cannot, speaking from experience, even with adult intentions, you cannot rush love. You cannot rush a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Like it may take, you know, 2 years per person. I guess when you 20, that means you'd be in a relationship every like 5 relationships by the time you turn 30. And that's cool if you young and you watching this. If your fifth relationship at 30 is the one, you got 4 other ones that done taught you a lesson along the way.
The things that you don't want.
Everything you don't want. And the opposite of that is everything you do want, which is good. Like super, super good. So, you know, these things like they're all learning experiences. And like I ain't gonna front. I would hate like I would recommend somebody be in a relationship with a narcissist just to get it out their system so they can understand how critical, you know, the mental health side of things is out here. But
Right.
I also on the same side don't wish them to stay in a relationship with a narcissist because if you are not equipped mentally for it, it could be
I
the
would not.
worst thing for you. It could be the worst thing for you. You can mentally destroy your whole self-image.
You would be just mentally damaged like that, like to date somebody like that. Cause I've learned
Like
that the worst way.
you might not even see you might have commitment issues, PTSD for a minute just because the way that person treated you, you just can't
Mm-hmm.
fathom. And the catch of it is you still had to leave that relationship understanding that the way that person treated you,
It's not their fault. It's not your fault that that person treated you like crap.
it's
You
not their
gotta remember
fault, it's
that.
not your fault.
Cause I mean, I remember because it didn't hit me till when I realized I was dating a narcissist until after we broke it off, and I did some self-reflection, and I started really seeing like the red flags that I had been kind of like, ignoring it, thinking like, nah. And on top of that, dude was cheating, so that's another thing that that got me too. And I remember like, I was just like, okay, yeah, this dude was full of himself. And like, for example, he said this one thing. He's talking about his name ring bells. Have you any idea how I wanted to just shade him that day when he said that?
A whole lot.
He's like, I was like, listen, how your name ring bells but your pockets don't?
Mm.
And then on top of that, he just felt like he was just really down on himself like all the time. And when he get to that point, like he just, ugh, let's not. But and then he's like, and then he said he sorry, he ain't meant to hurt me, or he like, no, you're not sorry. Because when it was one day he messed around and let me go on his phone, and I seen there was a text. And I was just like, doing the math, like, how long you been talking to this girl? I understand it was before me, but if you're still talking to her, then that's a problem. And then you lie to me about it. That's a whole different thing. I don't like a liar. And then you did the bare minimum in our relationship. That's just like, lets me further know I don't want to deal with you.
That's the other thing, man. That lying be crazy because, like, let's keep it real, y'all. Let's keep it real. We all lie.
But they do just the pathological lying, bro. That's just the worst part.
We all lie. But there's levels to this lying. So there could be like, it'd be like your homeboy, your homegirl's birthday, and you lie about getting them a certain present just to kind of throw them off. It is what it is. Or you may not tell the whole truth of a situation, just because it's just not necessary. Like, it's not a lie, but it ain't everything. But the pathological lies, where it's like a person can lie, be caught in a lie, and then not accept responsibility for the lie. Or
exactly,
this the kicker.
That's the worst part. He did not even accept responsibility that he lied about it.
Oh no, this the kicker. When they don't accept responsibility of the lie, and then flip the lie to make you believe that the lie was actually your fault. And then you sitting there, we're gonna go back to that term, cognitive dissonance. You were like, this is confusion on a different level. Like, totally different level.
Like, it's 2 times 2. If little Tommy had kind of lie.
Be like, Tommy had 2 apples. Jeremy ate 1 apple. How many apples does Tommy have? Tommy has 0 apples. No, Tommy has 1 apple. No. I say he got 0 apples. Can you prove that Jeremy didn't eat the other apple? No. Well, there it is. He got 0 apples. Jeremy ate it. But clearly...
It's just like with... It's just like with that Whitney Houston song, that one part, she said, if 6 of y'all went out, then 4 of you was cheap, because only 2 of you had dinner. I'm like, damn, now I do the math. So who was you really with? It's one of them things. And then it's like, he still lied about it, because in the end, he was still talking to old girl. And then I think he was trying to gaslight me a bit when I think I was going through my little, I was just like not in the mood. He wanted to talk about he wanted to get mad and talking about, oh, delete my number, it's over. I was like, oh, so I was wondering when the real you was gonna come out, because you've been hiding this for a little minute, so you can go to old girl. And as a result of that, he did go to her, and the grass wasn't green on the other side.
It never is, but here's the thing: you gonna have to tend to it.
Nope.
You gonna have to tend to it, or get you some better grass, man. Cause that's just what it is, man.
It was so funny because after that breakup, I was like, I was already planning on breaking up with him. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't a saint in that relationship, but for me, honestly, I wasn't happy in that relationship, and I hated it again. But the point was, when we broke that off, you know, I was so happy. I was kind of like petty because at one point we were friends on Instagram. He posted a picture of him and the girl. I said, "Oh, y'all look cute together." I was being fucking petty. I said, "This is the girl you left me for, so go on, stay with her. Don't go in my inbox." And it was like weeks later, he went in my inbox. I'm out. I look good, and he missed me. And I basically said, "Hey, I thought you tell that girl the same thing when you was with me. You missed her, and she looked good."
Oh no! Face first this time.
So then he tried to. It was so funny. You know how I was telling you, like, narcissists love to do this self-pity shit.
Mm-hmm.
So he basically was talking about he lost his job, he injured his leg or some shit. On top of that, he was having seizures and stuff like that. I'm like, nice try, bro, but that shit don't work on me. I started to realize how much of a liar and you are a narcissist that you truly are afterwards. I just didn't want to deal with you. And to this day, like, no, it was yesterday. I wrote a comment about, you know, Ron Gronkowski going to Tampa Bay with Tom Brady. And I was like, bro, I just can't. So, he go comment on my stuff. I'm like, bruh, didn't nobody tell you to do that? Why? Why are you even having the audacity to even comment on my shit? Be like all my other exes and be stay invisible.
Trying to keep that visibility up, man. I'm still here. I ain't going nowhere.
Well, you gonna go somewhere? Shoot, he's not friends with me on IG.
You know what they call that? You know what they call that? You thought. Dot.
Yeah, you thought. And then it's like, and then on my Facebook, he's pretty much restricted to seeing like most of my my status, my story. You can only see my profile page and stuff that I have in public, like, you know, stuff that I share. But you can't see nothing else.
What's keeping you from hitting that block button? 100% block.
Right. I like, cause some exes know when to leave me the fuck alone. This one, I don't know why, because this is the first time he hit me up talking about he was sorry, and has me how I'm be like, bruh, no, don't do that. Even my old exes don't ask me about my family or ask me about my brother. Well, I don't care about that part because y'all got like a whole different relationship prior to me. But don't ask me about my niece, nobody. That ain't your place. Now I'm kind of glad that my people's never met him because I feel like in this point now, especially when I raised the standards and said, like, you know what I like and what I want. I don't want that kind of bum ass in my life, and I feel like he don't qualify to even meet my family. You're not.
Right.
You do not qualify to be that.
I'm telling you, you gonna want to hit that. You want to hit that block button sooner than later. I'm telling you, change your life.
Hey, listen. As long as he don't, I was like, he can't see anything. He can't see my pictures. He can't see nothing else. So it's like, you be thankful that you're still friends with me. You just got one more time to be all in my face talking about you miss me, and I'm just gonna be like, nah, bro. Get your has-been ass away from me.
And we ain't got no one more times. We ain't got no one more. If I can talk. No more one more times. No one more chances. This is not Biggie and Faith Evans cuts.
No.
It's a one-strike rule. I'm getting way too old. I throw one pitch, you get one chance to swing.
Hell, I'm 30, so I'm about to be 30 in June. What you mean? I'm way too old for this.
I am 8 years from 40 in less than 40 days. Just gonna keep it real. I'm just trying to keep it real. Like, mortality is a big deal, and time ain't out here to waste, man. Time ain't out here to waste. If they mean you no good, like, cause here's the crazy shit, right? Mm-hmm. Our generation is just like, we grew up into social media, and the kids coming after us is social media babies. So like they're having all this stuff that we had to grow into back when we was riding bikes to y'all houses, and y'all was making the little thing, the little paper thing with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you like choose a one. All right, choose your color, red, RED, and then be like, will you go out with me? Yeah, we came from that era, right? Yeah. Where it's like you got with someone, you broke up with them, you know, you might have been a little hurt for a little bit, but
play with Leroy.
Ain't nobody knew. Let me see who I'm gonna fight with. Let me grab and get my dog Bob. But then we get to this era, it's like, man,
it's a hot mess.
This era is a hot mess because it's like, man, when we moved on from X to X, we made sure we kept them in our network so they could see us glowing up. Be like, when I was with you, I had the 06 Ultima. Now I got with my new boo, I got the 010 Ultima. Then I broke up with that cat, got with my new boo. Now I got the 15. Like, we just keep leveling up. So it's like, but I want you to see my level up. I want you to see what you missing. But it's like,
yeah, man, that's basically what this is. Like, hey, blocking is for the weak. I want you to see my shit and cry.
I want you to see what you missing. I want you to see what you missing, right? I'm sitting here like, man, I ain't with that shit no more. I'm gonna tell you why. We're gonna break this down like this. As we grow, right, we turn into different people. So like, if I look back, me at 30 versus me when I was 21, it's two totally different persons. In fact, maybe I'll say I wish I had more of that happy-go-lucky confidence that I had when I was 21. It's still here. It's just I'm a little bit more humble than I was then. However, like, I feel like we getting older, you get to a point where it's like you don't want to show off no more, because then it's like, if the person was bad for you, you letting go all that negative energy. Because let's be real.
Yeah.
How many relationships we done ended, whether it was you ended it or the boyfriend ended it, where like it was a mutual consensus that this shit gotta go from both parties. Like, this is over. I haven't seen a relationship that I've ended where the other party was like, yeah, I think this is really the best decision for us. It's always been like, hey, you know what? This ain't working out for me. And the other person's like, it's not working out for you, and you want to leave the relationship? You gonna let me go? The shorty's like, man, she going back thinking something wrong with her. Then she go through her stages of, I'm fucked up. Then she get with her friends, I'm not fucked up, I'm a bad bitch. And then she get over the dude and go find another one. Repeat the cycle. Dudes, we sit back, be like, man, I chose the wrong shorty. My mom gonna be mad at me. Homies call you out, man, we going to the strip club tonight. We're gonna see some ass. You sitting in the corner, you ain't even trying to talk to nobody. Have you a couple blunts, have you a couple drinks, do that for about a couple weeks or so. Next thing you know, you back on the scene looking for panties. Like, it's the same thing, but eventually you evolve and you like, man, I really don't want this negative energy in my life. Like, nah, I'm doing good, and I don't want my past nowhere near it.
Yeah.
At all.
I honestly feel like, you know, with these narcissists, it's like the only way you're gonna like have some peace in this world is to not give them any type of interaction.
Did you see this man do a cartwheel on his head? I'm sorry, I just had to call that out.
I ain't paying attention to that part. What was I thinking playing with Leroy? Anyway, I just feel like the only way you're gonna have peace in the world, not dealing with these type of narcissists, is just not giving no type of interaction.
Woo!
And it's like, don't interact with them. It's just like no contact whatsoever. And block them.
You can't add no fuel to the fire. I know you don't want to play with Leroy no more.
That was just a tryout, damn it. Anyway.
Leroy!
Leroy, get back to work. Don't worry about working. Work on unemployment. But yeah, and now with these fuck girls and fuck, what I think that's like pretty much majority of what's out there. And I know how to not even deal with them, because the men, this is easy. This is how you can tell they are. The minute that they start asking for a pic, that's an immediate red flag. They ask for a pic. They don't want no titles. They pretty much inconsistent. They ghost. They breadcrumb. All of that. That's pretty much what they do. So I remember I encountered an F boy for real. Like I think sometime like 2018. He asked for a pic. So what I did was I did a prank. So you know how when you take like when you send a picture, it says like attachment 1.
Mm-hmm.
I kept putting attachment 1, image 1, or whatever. I kept copying and pasting it, making it seem like I sent the pic. I never did that shit.
How he feel on the other end?
He felt like he was really thinking I sent him a pic. Like, you are stupid. You have to be the dumbest dumb dude. And I pretty much called him out on his shit. And the minute that I did that, dude got big mad. And after that, I never heard from him again. At least he tried to come back in my life at one point. I said, nigga, you tried it, but that shit didn't work. So I just want to be friends. I'm like, bro, first of all, friends do not fuck. Friends don't fuck. They don't do all that stuff that you talking about. I don't know what kind of terminology you want. I don't know what kind of shit you want. But I'm getting older, and I ain't got time for folk like this.
Ooh, got him.
So that was like 2018, and I never heard from the dude since. And I was like, bruh, I'm so glad. But since then, I ain't really encountered nobody except this one dude. But he was like a breadcrumber. And I just had to let him know, bro, cut the crap.
Did you see me? I did that Tiger King. Carol Baskins. Carol Baskins. That's her new name now. We ain't call her Kasumi no more. We gonna call her Carol Baskins. Killed her husband.
She killed her husband and she still goes scotch-free. Okay.
Oh man, too much.
Meanwhile, Joe Exotic is still in prison for, well, he killed Tigerson and put a hit out on her.
Yeah, man, because she was the one doing it. She was the one doing it.
But yeah, I mean, avoid them. You just got, it's simple. Block them, and especially fuck girls. They ain't safe. They crave attention. They want to be thought.
Yo, hold up. Now, don't act like you would see that tiger just come out the ground and uppercut you.
That's Carol Baskin. I did.
Oh no! Yes!
Yeah, so you gotta avoid them at all costs. So block, delete, and if they could, and I don't even have exes no more at this point in my life. I have
what we call them now, because they can't be exes anymore, so we're gonna call them Ys. As to why the fuck did I date you?
I wouldn't even call them that. I say, if we ain't had no child, we ain't had no kid together, I'm sorry. I can't call you my ex. We never met.
When they bring their name up, just remind them of Mike Jones from way back in the day. Hey, you remember Darnell? Who? Keisha? Who?
Nope, I don't know who them is. I don't know who
Jeremy?
them is.
Who?
Nope, I don't know them. It's just like I said,
is there some owls in
don't even. It's like, listen, I will treat you like you do not exist in my world.
So what's the path? Like, when people get out of these situations, right? What's the best advice you can give them to try and like find themselves again and kind of start their path to healing?
Number one, pretty much block and delete them. No contact, ever. No contact. I don't care how much it hurts. I don't care how much you miss them. You gotta block and delete them, and that's what's best for you. That's one. Two, definitely do some self-reflecting. Like, did you know there was, like, did you see the signs? If you did, yeah, you kind of like, okay, I'm sorry, I failed to see that, and you apologize to yourself. Just prevent, and then it's like, it's not even like a loss. I would say this is just lessons. What did you learn from this? Like, what did, for you, what did you not want out of your future relationship? And also, what you want and what you don't want, basically. So that's one thing about it.
Yeah, you gotta keep it real with yourself too. You really gotta ground yourself and know who you are first. Like these
Mm-hmm.
relationships really, they make you understand that you are not to complete another person. You to complement another person. We are all works in progress. We are not perfect individuals, and it's crazy, expecting the next person to be perfect. But if you got the right values and you know yourself and you can align that with someone else, you be good. Educate yourself.
Also, raise your standards too.
Yeah,
Take
raise
care
your
of yourself.
standards.
Love yourself. Love yourself. Raise your standards. Um, say no when it counts. Respect yourself. I don't care how much dude text you. Like if like
Or chick.
basically, yeah, definitely love yourself. That's that number one thing. Because if you can't love yourself, you can't be in a relationship because you expect that person to love you and you don't even know how to love you.
You gotta love you. And actually, you touch on something that's crazy, man. Like, in addition to education, I touch on that a little bit more. Like that whole loving yourself. Like what people gotta understand is like there's two different things out here. You got things external to you, and you got things internal to you. And like
Hmm.
I'm gonna keep it real. This is gonna be another podcast. I'm gonna give it to them. I'm gonna give it to them kind of like raw, high level, right? So realistically, your home is yourself. You are your home. Inside that home, you got a conscious and subconscious. I'm gonna leave it there. Cause I go in detail on a later one, but
On the
like
next episode, keep
everything,
that.
we gotta hold this for next one. But at the high level, everything outside of your body is outside. Those are things that can influence what happens to you internally. So like
Hmm.
taking that time to really have that self love and focus on yourself and generate love for yourself. Once you master that, you'll never ask for love ever again from nobody. Because
Right.
if they're not able to give it to you, you're still able to generate it for yourself. So you're not destroying your self worth for being worked up like, oh, this person is not loving me. They're not giving me attention and validation. No, you give yourself your own attention and validation. You do the things that you like to do, and the other person, once they see that, they enhance or they compliment it. So things that you would have did by yourself, now you got a partner doing it with you. So you
Yeah.
you
Make sure
you
y'all equally yoked too. So
you good. Oh man, that equally yo. That's them old people. But yeah,
I
man,
found
people.
that. Hey, I found that out when I went to this the self love summit with Derek Jackson, Ace Metaphor, and Stefan Speaks, and they kind of touched on that too, because it's like the self love summit. That was like a lit event that I went to because it teaches you about um loving yourself, stay away from fuck boys and narcissists, and they asked
Far
a
away.
lot of questions. They asked a lot of questions about, they answered questions, and one lady, she was going through a divorce, and that broke my heart. Like that sucks. Like to go through a divorce for 8 years, y'all have kids together, y'all was gonna live happily ever after, only to find out, this man don't love you no more, and it sucks. It does happen, but that like they touched up on that stuff, and that's the things that I had learned like some years ago, and I'm taking it with me, and I've been doing just fine. I like right now I don't want to be found at this very moment because I'm still working on myself.
As you should,
Um,
which is the most important thing to work on, man. Best
until
investment
I
you'll ever
found
have.
you already know what I'm gonna say because I want to
Bobby
make sure
Watt,
once my yeah
whatever that
you
football
about to
player name
say
is,
you about you damn skip look anything's possible. Keep
anything is
that.
possible. Anything is possible. Listen,
So
ladies, if y'all out there listening to my thing, I am newfully. I don't even know if that's a word. It's a word because it's my podcast with T. So anything I say is about to be put in the dictionary anyway. I'm newly, that's the right word, single. So if y'all want to, slide in the
he's
DM,
a bachelor.
bachelor. I like that word better. That sounds
Basically,
nicer.
ladies, he's a bachelor. He's got his shit together. He got his own car, great credit, and he's intelligent.
That's right.
You want somebody to mentally stimulate you? Holla at my boy.
That's right. And I rap you to sleep.
What the hell is making me asleep?
Bars.
I'm too good. But
Nah,
yeah, I mean, and
that's
then
that's
with
that's
the
the
other
thing.
dude, the Gemini dude, I actually, you know how Instagram has this like restriction thing, they can't see, and they have like this feature where it looks like they unfollowed you. I actually just removed him as like the people because he follows me.
Man, if you won't stay still and get these feet.
Nope. I actually removed him as the follower, so it looks like he unfollowed me. I was like, well, that's called Protect Your Peace 2020.
I'm talking about, man, shoot, Protect Your Peace 2020. Educate yourselves, real talk. Like, on all fronts. So, know yourself. Know what these things look like. So, like, all this information is out there, man. It's like, this whole thing is called free game for a reason, because a lot of this info, if you type the right question into Google, you will find a whole bunch of web pages and a whole bunch of YouTube videos made by other people that will get you through it. And I would say, like, with me, with my whole process and everything, I'm at a good space. I still got some more work to go, but I don't mind sharing like some of these resources with people. Like on YouTube, there's 3 different people that I can send to people for narcissism. One is Angie Atkinson. She crazy funny as hell. She's a white girl, but she's funny as hell. She tells it how it is, and she actually sounds like a lot of people that have been in the relationships, because she's real cool. Like, she curse, she keep it real. You got Dr. Romney. Dr. Romney's gonna hit you from the clinical side. She is one of the top clinical psychologists in the country, based out of Jersey. I believe she's in LA right now, but she's got a great page, a lot of great content on there. She's on Med Circle as well. They've done a couple interviews with her. Watching her videos is eye-opening. And then the last one, this lady's big for healing. Like, for anybody that's going on there looking for like a process, her name is Melanie Tonia Evans. And she kind of keeps it real, a little bit like Angie, but she's a little bit more subtle with hers, but she pretty much has the key to it on how you would want to heal from these type of things. And then you keep it pushing from there. Like, they're great resources to look into. And at the end of it all, they all focus on a person building the right environment, having the right, support system. Why the hell do I look like something from Terminator? Anyways.
And I got some recommendations too. Like I just said, Derek Jackson, he touched us on fuckboys and narcissists and how
Trent
to avoid
Shelton. Is it Shelton or Sheldon?
Shelton. And also Ace Metaphor. Now, if y'all from hood mofos, and y'all kind of like, y'all can relate to that, hit up Ace Metaphor. And also, because in case you don't know he was also once a fuckboy.
Yo, watch this shit. Oh, I was about to do it.
Get your ass down.
Alright, you know what? I'm gonna get you with this. I'm gonna get you with this. Whoa, what's going on?
What the heck?
I don't remember this from the video game.
Me either. I don't at all. What kind of shit? I hope I can save this.
Why does it say 14 wins for you and it didn't show my wins?
I don't know, but
it's all good. Here it comes.
He was once a fuckboy, and he turned over a new leaf, So he's pretty much the guy that has the insider to avoid them type of people.
I just want to let you know, T, whatever size shoes he wearing, you caught the whole bottom of his foot.
He probably wears a size 20. I don't even know that exists.
I don't know, man. Those must be the new Timberlands. The whole shoe is made out of steel edition.
I'm sorry, I don't think that is even possible.
Man, get him! Oh, get him! I like this cat. This cat's funny to play with.
He's kind of creepy. He's like nightmare fuel.
Hold on, I'm running that back. Then I'm gonna pull out Bob and we see if I can get down with the get down.
But yeah, I mean, I read some of his books too. A wifey. I have 2 of his books too, and also I have Derek's "Don't Forget Your Crown."
Don't forget your crown. Okay.
Stefan Speaks. He's Lion Sis. Finding Love After Heartbreak. My favorite, a man that God has for you, for all the people who believe in all that stuff. You know,
Hmm. Now, I'm gonna
equally
keep it real
yoked and
for the
stuff.
guys. Don't be afraid to read some of this content. I will say that there's probably like prior to like doing something like this, there's a really a lack of content that the guys can read that kind of gets them up to speed on things like this because it seems like a lot of this content is really tailored more for the females to get
Hmm.
through their situation. So like I'm gonna
Yeah,
keep it
they probably
real.
can take some. Yeah, they can take some notes because, but the thing is, because every time like when those two people I mentioned, they get like, man, because that's what F boys do. They get like, oh, so you read hell, and they get all mad and insecure because they girl read stuff like that. You just got found out because she about to leave your ass.
If your girl has any of these books at the house, you might be a fuck boy.
It's not that she might be
Change
a
your
fuck
ways
boy.
now.
It's not that she might be a fuck boy. It's just that you know what? If I'm starting to see some inconsistent stuff, then I'm not even gonna deal with you. Like you got to go.
If your partner is educating themselves on toxic relationships, you might have to do some self-reflection because you might lose your partner in the next
You
couple
just gonna
weeks.
lose your partner. Ain't no might. You will,
If
unless
your
she steps into
partner
it.
has taken it a step further and started doing psychic readings, you definitely about to lose them in the next couple weeks.
Oh yeah,
Psychic,
absolutely.
psychic reading, they come
Your
up and be
girl.
like, they start saying, hey, we got the Three of Pentacles and the Four of Cups and the Devil
Ace of
card.
Kings.
We see that you're leaving someone and you're not happy with the situation. Just gotta keep it real, man. Just gotta keep it real. Ah! I'm just sitting here pressing buttons, man. I was doing good. Ugh.
Yeah, you
Tito.
might leave. She might leave you because she started to really know her self worth. Baby, you just gonna
Be
have to say
like,
your prayers because if she come, like, luckily her ass, if she stick with you,
it's kind of like you
then
devalue yourself at that point. The thing is, like, most people in the toxic relationship, to keep control over you, they want to make sure that they reduce your worth and increase their value to give you a reason to stay with them. You ain't worth nothing without me.
oh,
They're
you
like,
wouldn't have this without me. I'm good, love, and joy. You can have this, or oh, you won't never find nobody like me. That's the
I
whole
don't want
point. That's
to.
the whole point of this. I don't want you. Like you're the worst type of person. So it's one of them things where I'm like, God, that like,
Hey, what R. Kelly said? I mean,
oh,
we know he locked up, but the song was real. That man jumped on the track. He said, "When a woman's fed up, it ain't nothing you can do about it."
that ain't no change in her mind. She's like, once she's out, she out.
She out.
And some of these men ain't even be looking at these Derek Jackson videos because there was a video where it says, "How do you know your girl about to leave you? She's already got one foot out the door." You better start looking at it because if she starts displaying these signs, you fucked.
Tell him it's a wrap for your squad boy. But yeah, man, it's a good conversation. Good conversation. Hope we impacted some people out here.
Hope we made y'all laugh.
Be like, man, y'all now know how to avoid a fuck boy, a fuck girl,
And protect your peace.
the N word,
Narcissist.
narcissist. Yeah, I wasn't trying to say it.
I'ma say it. Narcissist. Narcissists.
I'm gonna call it the N word. Let me throw another tiger at you real quick.
Listen, I don't know, cause when I hit the N word, I'm like, which N word we're kind of like going with here?
Negative Nancy's. That's the
Yeah,
N word we going with.
a little bit better.
Oh man, you messed up my perfect. I was coming for it. There it is.
Look here, Carol
There it
Baskin.
is. There it is. Carol Baskin. I'm channeling her whole spirit right now. Oh no, I ate all of that. I ate all of that. What is he wearing?
What?
You see he got a unicorn on the back of his jacket?
I never knew what.
Oh, look at that!
Yeah, he had unicorn on his vest too. Like his old outfit.
This man wild. This man wild.
The silver demon, I think that's what they call it. I don't know what's so demonish about a unicorn, but
I'll tell you what's so demonish about a unicorn. You came up with our generation too. Remember when YouTube had Charlie the Unicorn?
Charlie the Unicorn?
You remember Charlie the Unicorn? Don't play me.
I don't. I honestly don't.
Charlie.
I don't
Let's
know
go
who
to
that
Candy
is.
Mountain, Charlie. I'll send you the video when we get all this recording. Good old Candy Mountain.
I don't really remember Charlie at all. I learned about Little Johnny, but that's it.
Little Bill.
Don't even go there.
Ooh. Yes, sir. Oh, even better.
You mother.
Alright, that wraps us up, y'all. So hopefully y'all enjoyed this second episode of Hashtag Free Game. Hey, T, close us out, man. We need like we got an intro slogan, but we need a closing out slogan. Like, close us out.
What I'm gonna say is this: asking forgiveness is not the same as taking accountability, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Asking for forgiveness is not the same as taking accountability. I dig it. I messes with it. Hey, hope y'all enjoyed this. Have fun. Peace. We catch y'all episode 3.
Till next time.